What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got a split review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new split from the bands Crawl and Leviathan. This is released on Red River Family Records. Yeah. When I found out about this split happening, I had to do somewhat of a double take because I could not believe my ears when I heard about this. I was like, is this real? Is this actually happening? When Crawl reached out to me about the potential project going down, I was very excited to see what exactly was going to come about from this, because you have two very distinctive one-man projects whom excel creatively and brilliantly with their styles of extreme music coming together to work on new material. And it was just a matter of time when this exact split was going to come to life and be brought to attention. And yeah, we're here with this two-track split from Crawl and Leviathan. They both have a song apiece, and they're both very lengthy songs at around 12 minutes apiece. So we're going to get started with the Crawl side of the split first, with the song At the Forge of Hate. I've talked about Crawl many times here on this channel, but to refresh your memory, he is a one-man project based out of San Antonio, Texas, and in my opinion, one of the more original and unique bands to come out with this style of extreme music. It's pretty much a hybrid of sludge metal, doom metal, this really caveman dungeon sort of aesthetic going on, and it makes for some incredibly slow-paced, crushing music. Crawl had been putting out a bunch of consistent material over the last few years with the Poisonous Failure EP and last year's full-length This Sad Cadaver. Very awesome stuff. But here on this song, At the Forge of Hate, it's pretty much what you would know and be accustomed to when it comes to Crawl. Very loud, very pummeling, very dark and cryptic. And it definitely feels like you're in a very hellacious sort of thrill ride when you listen to this one song. Loud drums, loud and distorted sort of bass sounds. The key and synth work works out very well. The vocals sound very deranged and tormented. That's something I've always appreciated about the Crawl sound, is beneath all this loud, monolithic sounding music, you get some very pained and tormented sort of vocals, and you hear them in full force here with this song. And he really does an amazing job convicting all of his torment, his anguish and anger into this one song, and it's really, really awesome to hear. I love the little breaks in between the heavy songs where things begin to slow down, and like I mentioned, you hear a little bit of a synth and key work go on the track, and I think it's awesome. It adds a nice little touch of subtlety to the overall chaotic nature of this song, and it's really, really awesome. And I'm very excited to see if Crawl will continue forward with this sort of sound and keep it going. I think it's really, really badass. Now we get to Leviathan's track on this one, Igneous Ash and Tears. I really don't think I need to talk about Leviathan, because if you're into black metal, you have to know who Leviathan is. But it is a one-person project based out of Portland, Oregon. Rest, aka the immensely talented Jeff Whitehead, very much a legendary, infamous, and overall polarizing figure within U.S. black metal, the 10th sublevel of Suicide, Tentacles of Horror, just an insane body of work over the years. And of course, Leviathan still riding very high from probably one of the best works he's ever done with Scar-Sighted. And here with this one track, Igneous Ash and Tears, it feels like this is continuing on in the same pathway as Scar-Sighted. There's a little bit of a what do you call it? A build-up to the song starting. You get some very lush ambient sort of tones going on, but then once you get into the mix of riffs and drums and vocals, you can already tell that this is current day Leviathan at its finest, and you get a lot of those a lot of those intriguing traits here with this song. I love the guitar playing. I love the way every riff sounds. Everything is well structured and well balanced. The drum work continues to showcase a very natural, hardworking sort of approach. The vocals on here are very awesome. It's pretty much the typical sort of Rest vocal varieties. You get the retched vocal stylings, you get the howls, you get the wails, you get all of those vocal traits from Rest here on this song, and it sounds phenomenal. And the fact that it can have the same sort of stamina and endurance as the previous Crawl track is so impressive. I absolutely love that about that song, and about these two tracks together being so lengthy and having such stamina and endurance. It just shows you how hard these two individual musicians work with their craft and how seriously they take their music. So this is a very appropriate split. This is a very appropriate split between two one-man projects that take their craft seriously, deliver some very special music, and do things on their own terms, and that's what the feeling and vibe is of these two tracks. And if you're a fan of either of these respective bands, you're going to find some absolute gold here with these two songs, and this is absolutely worth paying attention and listening to. So I'm going to leave you a link in the description box to Crawl's Bandcamp page where you can currently stream both of these tracks right now. There will be a physical tape version limited to 333 copies. To the best of my knowledge, Red River Family Records side is sold out, but Crawl and Leviathan will be receiving their respective shares of the split. I believe Leviathan will have his for sale at his Devout Records shop in Oregon, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if any of those copies will be available online, but keep an eye out for that. And of course, Crawl will have his respective copies for sale as soon as they arrive. I'm believing that in the month of March is when they will be available to purchase. So like with Leviathan side, keep an eye and ear out for when Crawl will have his copies available. So yeah, again, the split is Crawl and Leviathan, Red River Family Records. Definitely check this one out. One of the more hard-hitting splits to come out this year so far. If you've happened to have heard this split, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it, or any of you guys into Crawl, or any of you guys into Leviathan. Definitely let me know what you think of these songs. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Army Hill out.